KS Services is now offering preventative maintenance plans as low as $12 a month. Preventative maintenance is so important when it comes to your HVAC system. Let us come check your system out and perform our 22-point inspection. It's better to be safe than sorry. We have so many plans to choose from and special offers that go along with them. Call today for more information. 205-322-9090. Alabama license number 11120.
It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Monday, the 28th of January. I'm James Spann. You know what people are talking about. It's the snow after midnight tonight, tomorrow morning. So let's just go right to it. As we always do here, we start with the upper air pattern across the country, and we've got broad troughing over the east. And that will be pulling down much colder air beginning tomorrow. Now, today's going to be pretty nice. This morning, we are around the freezing mark in many spots. In fact, 27 for Gadsden, 29 for Cullman. Birmingham warmer at 37. A pretty nice warm-up today. Some spots will touch 60. Highs 55 to 60 in most locations today. But up north, coldest air of the season. In some cases, the coldest air in 20 years. Coming down the pike. That's going to set up brutally wind chills over Minnesota, around the Great Lakes. Some of the wind chill indices can be down to 50 below zero Fahrenheit, and actual air temperatures in the minus 30s up there in spots. Be a whole bunch of records. Here's our watch warning map, and of course up north they've got winter storm warnings, but let's focus on the action down here. The Weather Service offices in Birmingham and Huntsville, they've issued winter storm warnings for areas along and north of Interstate 59. This would be basically north of Aliceville, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Pelt City, Gadsden, and Center. The areas there in pink. To the south, that's a winter weather advisory. As far south as Jackson, Monroeville, Camden, Prattville, Wetumpka, and Lafayette. That's where the amounts will likely be lighter. There could be a few snowflakes down below those advisory areas, but no accumulation expected. In fact, here's the bottom line. Some folks in the winter storm warning could see 2 to 3 inches. In the winter weather advisory, 1 to 2 inches. And for the Birmingham Metro, we've got the boom value at 5 inches. That's the highest end. We don't expect that, but not out of the question. The bust would be a 1/4 inch, or basically a dusting. And we'll talk much more about the timing and details as we go along here. Obviously, no severe weather problems. Maybe some thunder on the Louisiana coast later today and tonight. And this is coming from WPC, the Weather Prediction Center. This is a branch of NOAA. This is the chance of snow accumulating at or over 2 inches over the next 36 hours through tomorrow evening. And the 50 percentile blue colors are pretty much right on top of that winter storm warning area, running from Jackson up through Birmingham, Huntsville, Knoxville, Roanoke, and much lighter amounts surrounding that. So if you're in the southeast somewhere, kind of pick out your location and see how you're doing on the snow. So let's talk about the timing. Let's go through the modeling here. This is the GFS at noon today, the 06Z run. Broad troughing. We've got the Arctic front north of us, a Clipper-type system. And understand, this is not a Gulf of Mexico storm. This is a northwest flow storm, and typically the precipitation amounts are lighter with these. But that's going to pull down that really cold air, and it's going to race southwards. So let's go to midnight tonight. And understand, this will start as rain. You'll start to see some rain maybe before midnight tonight if you're in North Alabama. But in the colder air, the rain changes to snow. And the snow change could begin up around the shoals as early as midnight tonight. This is 3 a.m. At that point, some pretty good snow should be coming down in places like Vernon, Fayette, Haleyville, Cullman, Huntsville. Let's go to 6 a.m. Good snow falling in Tuscaloosa, Utah, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden. So for the bigger cities in our TV market here, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, understand the snow could begin as early as 4 a.m. with deteriorating conditions after that. And initially it will be ice on the bridges. Let me just say this, we're not highway engineers. We're atmospheric science people. But typically in a case like this, the first ice shows up on the bridges, and if the snow rates are heavy enough, the blacktop roads could be snow-covered and icy early in the morning. And then at 9 o'clock for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Gadsden, the snow should be over. Maybe some snow at that point over around Lafayette and Ranburne and Roanoke and Wedowee in East Alabama. And then by late morning, it's all over. I wanted to show the Schref plumes. This is the short-range ensemble forecast, a really nice set of ensembles off a model that typically performs pretty well in snow here. This is for Birmingham. And you can see the various members. On this run of the Schref, the boom is 4 inches. We had one run last night with a couple of members around 5. That's the reason we kind of kicked up the boom value to 5. The mean, it's running about 2 inches for Birmingham. And that's kind of in line with the current forecast. But again, you can see all those different ensemble members with the range from, just a trace up to 4 inches. But you kind of go with the mean of all those members, and that's pretty much in line with the forecast. Here's the big pattern at noon tomorrow. Now, the deal is this. The sun might break out tomorrow afternoon after the snow, and if that can happen, we would obviously be above freezing. We'll get up in the mid-30s, and that would help to maybe melt off some of the snow and improve road conditions tomorrow afternoon temporarily. And the question is, how much improvement do we see? How much evaporation do we see? And so the threat of icy conditions tomorrow night and Wednesday morning, that's kind of conditional based on the amount of sun we see tomorrow afternoon. But there's no doubt any leftover moisture could refreeze tomorrow night into Wednesday morning with more travel problems. Let's go to Wednesday, and obviously we'll be cold in the morning. The low Wednesday morning should be, I'd say, 18 to 22. But the day will be sunny on Wednesday. We'll be up in the 40s. So if we do have icy conditions Wednesday morning, roads should be fine by midday and certainly Wednesday afternoon with a strong sun and highs up in the 40s. Look at the anomalies on Wednesday. You don't want to see those Barney colors up there. Minneapolis, St. Paul, Chicago, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Bismarck, Indianapolis. Again, this is the coldest here easily in 20 years, and many records will be established. You don't even want to know how cold it's going to be up there. Thankfully, we're missing the brunt of that. Let's go to Thursday. We start the day again down around 20, but we warm up into the low 50s on Thursday with a bright sunny sky. That'll feel pretty good. Friday, moisture begins to creep back. We might mention some risk of showers Friday. We probably will. Highs should be in the 50s. With a cloudy sky, but probably nothing too widespread. And kind of the same thing on Saturday. The sky mostly cloudy. The better chance of showers off to the west. I think a decent part of the day will be dry. And it's going to feel good. I think we see 60s on Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll mention a chance of showers with a new storm gathering strength over Kansas. And again, very mild. High should be in the 60s. And a week from today, this is Monday the 4th, a zonal flow pattern flips. The trough is way out west, and that's suggesting Monday will be wet and mild with a high in the 60s. Let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday of next week, the 6th of February. 588 high, upper high over the Gulf. A zonal flow here, and that looks kind of wet with cold air to the north, warm air to the south. We're kind of sandwiched in between. But these are the anomalies, and the cold air holds north if this verifies the middle of next week. As temperatures here would be a little above average. And here are the numbers coming off the European. This is the ensemble mean, and obviously it's going to be cold tomorrow and Wednesday. But after that, the pattern relaxes, and things look pretty good for a while with highs in the 60s by the weekend and early next week. And no sign of any Arctic intrusions for now beyond this one for the next 15 days or so. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.